We're back. If thou hast ritual blood, letting device, which is technically forbidden as well, thou must fill a small container with blood. Then thou must use the blood on the stone heart. This procedure produces the blood spawn thou wilt need for death spells. Thou must be very careful. It's very powerful. Prolonged exposure to Stoneheart causes insanity, my lord. Have the tide of reagents that the reagent makes in the hands of a madman is unthinkable. Of course, as an apothecary, I can buy it from thee, and find a buyer or two with clearance to possess it. I could make you a good offer. No, I don't want to sell it. I shall not tell anyone that thou hast the Stoneheart, my lord, but thou shouldst be likewise discreet. Like Filbersio, Rotaluncia doth have the will of steel and a fiery temper. She is convinced that some outside force is responsible for these abominable storms. She hates thee because she thinks that thou art keeping knowledge from her. It isn't anything personal, my lord. Definitely magic-born, no doubt about it. Anyone caught outside during one risks being teleported into oblivion, or just 5 feet away. Kikoskia has been working on finding a way to stop the storms, but so far he hath not had any luck. Mayhap now that Montegro is helping him, they'll find the answer. Certainly hope so. Moonshadens isolate until they do. Kikoskia is an adept that specializes in working with the weather, the power of nature and all that. Kikoskia said something about needing to learn as much about the storms as possible. Even babbled something about learning to see the colours. At least it sounded like babble to me. Montegro is an adept that specializes in speaking with the dead. He doth not bind them to service or anything. He simply talks to them. Why Kikoskia wants Montegro's help, I'll never know, unless the dead are responsible for the storms or something. Well, to be precise, I should say that she suspects a recent visitor, a mage named Batlin. Oh, god damn. I'll grant that he came through asking all sorts of questions and badgering people to sell their serpent teeth. But I fail to see how she thinks he doth have anything to do with the storms, and I'm afraid that she thinks all strangers are in league with Batlin. Of course, I did not help that he had that demon either. Serpent teeth? 'Tis tradition, my lord, to steal some small item from the mad mage to prove that thou art a worthy mage. A particular favourite item to Purloin is a serpent tooth from the mad mage collection. As far as I know, they are useless. No, they're not. But Batlin certainly wanted to purchase them. No one would sell. Who knows, perhaps he hoped to make some sort of deal with the mad mage for them. Yes, Batlin had a demon wandering around at his heels, as tame as does it please, just spitting without a word. Big, ugly red creature. A gargoyle. Just the thing to catch Rotaluncia's eye. She's very interested in learning to tame a demon for her personal servant. She was quite put out when Batlin wouldn't tell her how he'd done it. But I'm sure Filbersio heaved a sigh of relief when Batlin refused to tell her. Everyone knows that Rotaluncia would love to feed Filbersio to a demon in small pieces. Little fat man, small beard and moustache, angry scowl. Sure thou wilt remember him if thou hast met him. Oh, we've met him. Not a particularly nice person, as I recall. Seemed like any other adept, used to getting his way and angry if thwarted. I dealt as little with him as possible. Batlin seemed very interested in learning more about the history of the ancient people of this land, the ones we call the Ophidians. As I am far from my days as a novice, I do not remember all that the Magister taught us. Wasn't much interested then or now. I sent him to Febibilio. As I told thee, I don't recall very much history. All I know is that the ancients seem to have worshipped serpents. If thou wishes to know more, ask Febibilio. He's very learned on the subject. Keeps the library there in Moonshade. All information, whether historical or magical in nature, finds its way to his hands. He's also a teacher of the novices, so I'm certain that he will be able to help thee with any questions thou mightest have. Why, certainly, my lord. The rangers are normally the city guards. They deal with any physical threats that aren't worthy of bothering a mage about. Their commander is a woman named Julia. The magic wine press is another piece of Estrom's legacy, my lord. He always liked fine wine, but hated the work required to make it. So he made the wine press. Estrin was a mentor of the most of the adepts. He was a hard master, so they say. The popular story is that Estrin would never admit that any of his students were ready to be called adepts in their own right. Apparently he wanted the free labour for as long as he could have it. Each one rebelled against him, until he became angry and withdrew to his own little island, forswearing any company but that of his assistants. Julia is a rather forbidding woman. Always seems to be looking for the secret desire to cause trouble, if thou knowest what I mean. She's quite competent, but not overly warm. I've actually seen her rebuff the Mage Lord's advances. A formidable woman indeed. Reagents. Do you have any blood moss? No. Nah. It didn't really go very far, did it? Blood moss. Why would he need that, I wonder? Ah, well. We've made some progress. Now, I really want... Aha! Too heavy. It's not. I'll have it go... Oh, hello. This is thee again. Hast thou good news? As thou hast no doubt noticed, the burden of being Mage Lord wears heavily upon me. I spend all mine hours in the palace. I have no life of mine own. I seldom even research new spells. 'Tis beneath my station to teach thee, or any other, the awesome knowledge that is mine alone. Go and badge Melina or Columna, if thou dost wish to learn the arcane arts. Indeed, sometimes I think that my subjects do not appreciate me. They have given me wealth and power, but I have given them my life. Now is that a fair exchange? Yes. Perhaps I shall go live in a hut on the coast. That would be less stressful. It is lonely being a Mage Lord. I have the needs of a normal man, yet I am overwhelmed by the demands of all the citizens. No doubt has heard tales of my romantic conquests. This is the answer I have found to the pressures of being Mage Lord. I know that the citizens talk of me all the time, behind my back. They say that I am a great lover, and indeed I am. But I have never found true love. Romance is like the fog that dissolves in the sunlight. Do not speak of this to the sorceress Frizgasi. She is my current passion, and I fear that she doth love me too much. Supremely jealous of her affections as well. Though I do not truly love her, I will not be made a fool of. Is this not a grand old building? Most of the downstairs chambers are used for business of the court, while the remaining rooms are mine own. Never mind the legends of hidden treasure chambers here. If there were gold here, I would have it by now, except that gold in there. Beginning. Very well, if thou dost insist. Is there no end to the bickering among the mages? We have 3 factions here, and each elects its favourite at the count of the Moonshade. As the voice of compromise and experience, I have always been selected Mage Lords by the adepts. My fellow lords are Rotolencia and Gustasio. Let's change the subject. Yeah, no gold in here. None. None at all. Not that gold there. Oh no. Doesn't exist. Just ignore it. It's not there. Let's see if I can get access to this. That didn't work. Now, what I say to that is bugger. Most verily bugger. Ooh. There's food in here. And lots of create food scrolls. I'd want them. Oh, he's not on screen. Good, let's nick all his food. Oh, here they come. Yes, why not? 100 guilder. certainly seemed to get rid of that combat. Yes, it did. Well, when we come back, we've at least dealt with that problem. Blood moss. What on earth would he even want it anyway? It's a pretty paltry reagent, if I recall. Well, until then, folks. Until then.